Hello, and welcome to a new video. In this video, I will be reviewing Stray Kids' comeback with Maniac and talking about my thoughts at the time of the release, and what I thought about the comeback overall. I most likely will disagree with this review later on, but that's okay. Keep in mind that this is just my opinion, and you're in fact allowed to have a different opinion from me. Something I had begun to believe in Thunderous era was that Stray Kids' music was only going to go downhill. Seeing similarities within the song structures of God's Menu, Backdoor, and Thunderous, this led me to believe that they would continue to follow a similar structure with this comeback, and I would be disappointed with it. However, they definitely proved me wrong with this release, and with that, let's get into the songs. Starting off with the first track in the album, we have Venom. Everything about this song is extremely appealing to me, and I definitely expected it to be my favorite track on the album going off of the teasers. Everything feels so electronic and satisfying, and that noise, you know the one I mean, is very pleasant to me. The sounds in this song all feel very clean and pleasing to the ears, and this song's main strength is its texture, but that is not all the song has to offer. I usually don't give much thought to lyrics in K-pop songs, but I did like the lyrics to the song as well. I give this song a 10 out of 10. Next up we have the title track Maniac. As I mentioned previously, I was expecting to be let down with this title, but that really wasn't the case. This feels fresh and new for Stray Kids while still feeling like them, and I really enjoy this song. The melody feels familiar in a sense, and I really enjoyed it even though I don't usually pay the most attention to the melody in music like this. Every little detail is perfect for me, and I definitely see myself listening to this song often. Adding on to that, this song reminded me a lot of God's Menu. This whole release was definitely noisier than their most recent releases like Thunderous, but not in a bad way. It's really enjoyable and gave me the same feeling that God's Menu did while still feeling unique by itself, and I really like that. I was really happy with Maniac as the title for this album, and I give it a 10 out of 10 as well. Charmer is a very enchanting song, and its name suits it very well. If there's any way to describe this song, it's definitely charming. Everything about this track feels pretty and perfect, and I really love the whistling. I absolutely love whistling or whistle-like noises in K-pop songs, so this is definitely a good song for me. I love hearing these types of songs, and it gives me the same feeling as Star Lost from the yyxy album, and even I Can't Breathe by gwsn. It's not similar to I Can't Breathe, but it reminds me of it because I was surprised to hear a song like this on this album. I rate this song a 9 out of 10. Okay, I'll admit I was a little disappointed with this one. I'm not sure what I was expecting with the unveil, but I don't think this was it nevertheless. I think this song is very interesting, and it reminds me of songs like Frost by TXT. While I do like the song's sounds, there is a point where it begins to feel repetitive to me. It's definitely not the worst thing ever, but it's not my favorite. I feel a bit weird saying that because I can already tell this is going to be a lot of people's favorite song on the album, but at some points it becomes difficult to continue listening to it and I end up turning it off. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad either. This song gets an 8.5 out of 10. Now, I predicted this song wouldn't be my favorite, and I was mostly correct on that. However, it is different from what I expected in a good way. I think I'll listen to it every once in a while, but definitely not nearly as often as I'll listen to other tracks on the album such as Venom. One thing that I immediately thought when I heard this song is that Changbin was probably the main producer on it, or gwsn didn't work on it, and I was correct. I usually tend to gravitate more strongly to gwsn's work, and I'm not usually the biggest fan of projects that Changbin is the main producer on. I'm not saying he's a bad producer because he's definitely not. I'm just saying his work isn't usually my favorite out of Raja. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I was expecting to like this song a lot less than I did. When I first played it I didn't think much of it, but as the song progressed it really started to grow on me, and I ended up enjoying this song for the most part. One thing I have begun to notice with Stray Kids is that I tend to not like their emotional songs that much. That being said, I do definitely like some of their more emotional songs. For example, Secret Secret and Slump. Even though it isn't a ballad, though it may just be that I don't like their love songs, because Sorry I Love You and Gone Away were songs that I didn't like that much either. Anyways, while the other unit outdid it for me, I will still definitely be coming back to this song. It gets a 6 out of 10 for me. Immediately when I played the song for the first time, it caught my attention over the other songs on the album. It's very unique and it feels like it explores a lot of different things that we don't get to hear a lot, and I really enjoyed that. I also think that this song really suited the voices of the members in this unit, especially Hyunjin. This song is the kind of thing that I don't usually hear a lot, and I definitely would like to hear more of it from Stray Kids in the future. I would rate this song a 9.5 out of 10 for now. Overall, I was extremely pleased with this release. It completely caught me off guard and went against my expectations, and I was definitely not disappointed. One may call this standard boy group music, and I guess I can kinda understand why, but it honestly feels better than how most people view Stray Kids music as a whole. While I see how a song like Venom could be considered noise music, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing at all. I am very excited to hear something like this from Stray Kids, and am so happy with what we got. I really hope other groups or Stray Kids do music like this in the future, and I really enjoy this album. I will definitely be listening to this one often. My overall rating for this album is a solid 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I am curious to see others' opinions on this release and see how my thoughts on it change over time. If you enjoyed it, maybe consider subscribing, and with that, I will see you later. Bye.